You welcome. Oh, it's man. Hey, man. Oh, you are welcome. We are partners in progress, and we appreciate you for the wonderful thing that you are doing. And then to Mr. Adeko, it's like I'm meeting him for the first time. I've seen him many times or on Facebook, and I've seen Adewale talk at length about him. So it's a pleasure meeting him this morning. So I want to commend you for the your contribution and the brilliant idea you are bringing into the education industry. I would also like to appreciate my director, the director of ICT from the first University of Education in Nigeria, the second in Africa, and the 8th in the world. And of course, the most preferred university education or University of Education in Nigeria in the 21st century. You are welcome, sir. Yes, let's settle down to business because I have just 30 minutes to do my lecture. I will ask you a question. Why did you honor the invitation to be here this morning? Why? Yes.
I honored it. Sorry, my name is Arile Shere. I honored this invitation because I want to be a better mathematician.
Wonderful. Any other response to that? Yes?
Who I chose to be here is to expand on the horizon of the knowledge I already have.
Beautiful you. From one of the facilitators, not participants this time around, facilitators. Why did we decide to honor this invitation? Yes? Any one of us? Yes.
We want to learn more.
Okay, we still want to learn more. Thank you very much. You know why I asked the question? Life is about priority. Life is about weighing options, okay, so as to arrive at a decision. And that is assessment. You have alternatives to being here this morning. You could have decided to be elsewhere, but you chose to be here. That is after weighing the options, and then you settled that you'll be here. So it's a product of assessment. And that is what assessment is all about. You see that assessment is at the center of life. Even at home. When you make a choice of what to eat, you make a choice of what to wear, you make a choice of where to go, you make a choice of what pair of shoes you put on. You are in the area of assessment. And after that process or thought process, then you come to a conclusion, oh, this is my decision. So you see that assessment controls life. And that is as simple as it is. Now, to the issue on ground. Brilliant idea. We have, where is it? Transformation 2016. Then we have the team, revolutionizing mathematics education through the mathematics clinic, promoting independent learning and advancing mathematics as a custom subject. Brilliant team, wonderful initiative. But no matter how beautiful the initiative, no matter how wonderful the idea, without assessment and evaluation, you may not achieve what you think or you hope to achieve. So it's at the center of it. It is not complete to come up with leveraging digital tools in the 21st century. Beautiful. But without assessment component, it is incomplete. And so when we talk of the elements in the classroom, you know, we often say, oh, there are 3 elements. And these are the teacher, the learner, and the content. But I want to tell you, it's more than that. You bring in addition, objective. You bring in addition, assessment, or assessment and evaluation. Take, for instance, let's talk about objective. If you don't know where you are going, you won't know when you get there. And all roads will lead you there. Okay? That speaks to the significance of objective. A taxi driver that finds himself on the street early in the morning, he has no place, particular place in mind. So the first person, oh, Kuto, say enter. While he moves few distance or a short distance, another person says, oh, he say enter. So he keeps merry-go-rounding, and you see that all roads are actually leading because he has no particular place in mind. So for us, the teacher, the objective is very, very paramount. It sets the tone for what we want to do in the classroom. You must have your objective or the objectives well clarified. You must have your objectives well stated. You must have your objectives measurable, and of course, fulfilling the SMART rule. I hope you know the SMART rule. Must be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. Wonderful. So you must have the objectives. And with the SMART rule, you get to see that specific objectives are not the same thing as what? Broad objectives. Because the broad objectives are not what? They are not measurable. But it's only the specific objectives that are measurable. Fine. Now, how do we go about the assessment and evaluation? Assessment and evaluation itself is a technology on its own. So it has a process. Okay? And there are several things and technicalities that are involved. And except you are aware, you won't be able to do the right thing. Maybe at this point, let me make a digression. Within the public space now is the reaction of the public that the performance of students in the just concluded JAMB is woeful. And perhaps we are all developing a kind of apprehension. But I tell you, there's no basis for it. No basis for apprehension. And I will tell you the reason. Please give me just a few seconds to get this. I'm searching for statistics. Okay. I will give you 10-year statistics indicating the performance of students in the last 10 years in UTME. In 2016, 36% scored 200 and above, 36. In 2017, it was 27%. So that's a decline. In 2018, 26% decline. In 2019, 23%. In 2020, 21%. Then in 2021, 13%. 13%. In 2022, 22%. In 2023, 23%. In 2024, 24%. And in 2025, 25%. So where is the apprehension? There's no need, there's no basis for apprehension. You see, assessments we have is of two types at least. We have assessment of academic achievement, and we have assessment for ranking of learners. So when it comes to ranking or selection, we calibrate items deliberately to be difficult to help us in winning. Admission space is what guides it, that decision. So we have that, what do you call it, that opportunity as an assessment expert. You calibrate the items to higher levels of difficulty. And don't forget, UTME is a standardized exam. It's a standardized test. So you can see the range, okay? It is so programmed that it will be within that, at least not exceeding 40%. So as not to put too much pressure on our hands. Many students coming forward, oh, I must go in. So that is the essence of it. It is your performance in the group. It is even likely in a year, we have 5%. And we still achieve the admission decision. All we need to do is, oh, we need 400 students or 400 individuals for admission this year. We just draw the line. That does not say they are passed. Can you see that? They can even, majority of them could perform below the average in terms of criterion. Okay? They are failed. But for that group, we need 400. So we just rank them from the best students to the 400,000 limits. And then we bring them in for, what do you call it? For admission. That's what we do with ranking or selection. It's quite different from the other one, which is what do you call it? Academic achievement. So there's a difference. The one being conducted by WAEC is academic achievement. And so we have a criterion that we use in taking decision in respect of performance of students. If you score anything from 50, we say you have passed, and then we assign the last credit to you. So you see that majority of them that perform very well in WAEC now, we now turn out to be screened out with the UTME. So that is what is happening. And it is what you can do as well, but it requires expertise in doing that. Now, the assessment is either for learning, assessment of learning. Why? What is a typical example of assessment of learning? That is, do assessment see the effectiveness of what is in the classroom. That follows that, in most cases, is certification. That's the assessment of learning. But we can do assessment for learning. That is, you do assessment with the sole aim of monitoring the progress with a view to bringing about improvement in learning outcomes. And that is what today we describe as what? Formative assessment. The other one is what? Summative assessment. I guess we are getting it. So we have formative assessment, we have summative assessment. Both of them are very, very significant. For us in the school as a teacher, okay, we need to give attention to formative assessment, which is assessment for learning. So you do that as you move ahead to be sure that what you do in the classroom is effective. Otherwise, you leverage technology, you leverage innovation, you leverage several things, and at the end of the day, you leave out the assessment component. It amounts to, oh, you just thinking about the bush because you don't have empirical evidence to tell us that what you do in the classroom shows that you are effective or that particular strategy is effective or it is not effective. Right. Then, the time for this is time submitting. We have another one. We call it diagnostic and remedial. Okay? Kind of test or assessment. And what does it entail? After you have given you have deployed formative assessment over some period of time, and you know it involves feedback and then remediation. And you have done that. And yet, you can still isolate few of learners in your classroom that are not there, they are not. Large number of items on subtraction. You write large number of items on multiplication and then division. Then you go ahead again to write more items where you mix the addition that through subtraction. But when it comes to multiplication and division, almost zero. Where the problem is. You don't know where to focus an individual kind of a thing. So you give that to know where the is to address the problem. And if you do that, oh, alas, at the end of the day, you see that your essence of being in the classroom is what? Is achieved. That is it. Because to us, we don't believe there are learners that are not educable. All learners are educable. It's just that we learn at different paces. That is it. It's not compulsory. You all learn at the same pace. So each student according to his or her pace of learning, and with encouragement, they will all get there. I believe we are on the same page. Why do we need to do assessment and evaluation? One, we do it for the purpose of accountability. Good enough, we have the policymakers being represented in this gathering. We have the director representing the commissioner, so to say. Accountability. Government is investing in terms of fund, in terms of resources, and in terms of time. There must be justification for the deployment of the resources. So we are accountable. And so for that reason, we want to see, whether the outcome justifies the means. We also do assessment for quality assurance. Quality assurance. Setting standard, maintaining standard of quality, and then sustaining standard of quality. So for that reason as well, we embark on assessment and evaluation. We also embark on assessment and evaluation for the purpose of monitoring learning outcomes. You want to see how well the learners are faring in what you teach them. So there is a need for you to go into assessment and evaluation. That is not all. We also do it for the purpose of measuring effectiveness of teaching. Effectiveness of teaching. Is the teaching effective? And again, efficiency of teaching. There's a difference between being effective and being efficient. Efficiency is in terms of the time. It's in terms of the resources again. Okay? So do we get results for the time invested? And how well do you complete a task within the shortest available time? So for these reasons, we engage in assessment and evaluation. It's like I have just 5 minutes, I've got 4. Even it's 3 minutes. Okay, thank you very much. I can still make do with 3 minutes. Now, for the purpose of what we are doing here today, or our gathering together, is just to create awareness. It's just to whet our appetites. Okay? It's just to identify gaps. Okay? What goes on in the school is nothing to write home about when it comes to assessment. You cannot expose your learners to the kind of assessment in the school and you expect them to perform, to do magic when they are exposed to standardized items. How many teachers standardize their items? I don't even know. Yes, even if the Ministry of Education equally standardize their items. You know, we write unified exam. Do we standardize our items? What we do as teachers is to just hurriedly sit down, then you assemble materials, and then you begin to copy past questions. I say, yes, I've given them. No, it's not like that. It has it's procedural. Is that right? It has process. So you must be able to establish psychometric properties for the test and for each of the items. So we know how each item will behave. Yes, with respect to the learners in your class and with respect to learners in the rural areas and learners in the urban centers. Yes. So you can see that we are far away from what is required. So there is a need for us to be trained. And once we are trained, I can assure you there is going to be a shift, positive shift. Because we'll be able to say, oh, with these items, with what they have done, the results, even from any external exam, is not going to be too different from this. The first time being exposed to mock, they pass 80% of them. When the result for WASP comes, then you have 35%. So there is a problem. Even when we talk of items, oftentimes or tests, we say, oh, we only have two types. We have objective and we have essay. You are right. But you know we have levels, different types, kinds of objective. What we take to be objective in most cases is the multiple choice. But that's just one out of the 6 different types of objective. Okay? You have the short answer, you have the matching, you have the completion item time, you have the ranking, you have the multiple choice. Okay? These are different types. And each of them is meant to achieve a purpose or the other. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to congratulate you that you are here. What you don't have, you cannot give it. I'm trying to reinforce Mr. Adeko's assertion. So what you don't have, you cannot give it. So that you are here, by the time you go back, you become a change agent in your schools. Is that right? And then you'll be able to say, oh, we still have a long way to go. God helping us. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I say thank you for the privilege to be here. Thank you, and God bless you.
And thank you very much. We are doing that for Prof. Let's do very much. Let's do that very well. Well, apology to those that did not understand Yoruba very well. Yoruba will say, Ninu Yara Koloko, Oba, how many boys? So in this little space, can accommodate people like that. We really appreciate you for your love. And thank you. God bless all of you. While the section of Professor Olufemi Abiodun Ajayi was going on, we have dignitaries coming in. But before recognizing them, I want you to help me to specially clap for Professor Ajayi very well. The information was, it was just a short notice. I was like, how can we do this kind of a thing? And we will not talk about assessment. And I was like myself, I own PhD in education evaluation, but I can't be serving the roles of convener, talking about it. And I was like, Prof, please, can you do this for us? I said, no problem. We really want to appreciate you, Prof, and we pray for more strength for you from us. So, like I said, while the session was going on, we have the official moderator around, and I think she will soon come in. Then we have directors from Ogun State Teaching Service Commission joining us here. I will call their name and they will just stand up for recognition, or they will just wait for us. Our participants, don't forget they are employers, so we can't be asking them to stand up anyhow. So I have Mr. Banjo Olukayode, the Director of Planning, Research and Statistics. We have the Director of Information Technology, that's Mr. Majekodumi Olukayode too. Thank you for joining us. We have the Director of Appeal and Discipline. So for those people that, for those people that allow me to waste my money, thank God I have people that will discipline us. For 60 people, at the end of the day, we only manage to see 20. But don't discipline them. They are my colleagues. We understand the situation of things. And as I promised, by the power confirmed by the state chairperson of the Mathematical Station, she has appealed on their behalf and promised that we'll be moving around from one block to another so that we'll have train the trainer program. And this first set of mass clinic experts in Ogun State will be the one that will do that one for us. So we have, that's Mr. Oluwagbenga Adejongbe. You are welcome, sir. Then we have the director, of course, we've already collected our salary, so there's no need to back see again. So we have the director of finance with us in the building. That's Mr. Bakari, MA. While the session was going on, we have the state chairman of the Science Teacher Association of Nigeria, Dr. Abayomi Ononuga. Then we have the president of the Economic Teachers Association in the house with us. You can stand up for your position, sir. You're welcome, sir. Thank you very much. So that's the man that normally teaches economics online. So if economics take over, you know what it means. And don't forget, I'm also an economist. Yes. So we have the #1 teacher in Ogun State in our midst here. That's Comrade Dr. Oluwaseun Agbesanwa Baby. So you are welcome. We also have the image maker also. Of course, wherever the #1 teachers go, we definitely see the image maker. While waiting for the Honorable Commissioner for Education, of course, I know majority of us don't know. The last time while we were doing the presentation, somebody was like, who is Dr. Abimbola Aribabu? Is he related to Commissioner? So, so I'm proud to tell us that we have the proudest son of the Honorable Commissioner in the building with us, who will be taking the next presentation for 10 minutes. He was demanding for what is called 20 minutes. And I was trying to tell him stylish thing. Apology to those that did not understand. But this time around, I think we are allowed. So shortly, so everything. So let me start from the science. Let me start from the chairman, the state chairman of the Science Teacher Association. Just 2 minutes, good me message. Oh yeah, over to you, sir. You can come over, sir, so that they can see you and capture you. That's Dr. Abayomi Ononuga.
Great Nigerian teacher. And the greatest and the greatest and the greatest Nigerian teacher. Yes, good morning, everybody. Without breaking protocol, and I'm never in that character to break protocol. Just, it gives me a sheer pleasure, and I feel so much particularly where teachers sit to brainstorm and then discuss about how we can move our enterprise forward as teachers. We can't run away from it. We are the implementers of the curriculum, and we play a very key role in discharging our roles and responsibilities, especially when it comes to classroom practice. And we are better equipped when we have the training and training programs, just like this one, which we call the mathematics clinic. Yes, on the day of flag off, I was also with them, and I did make a message to the participants. So I'm here today. I'm so much happy that teachers will always come forward when we have this kind of occasion and event. Yes, in the 21st century, teachers of the 21st century must be adequately equipped to be able to compete in any part of the world. Today, the 21st century teacher, if you are not global, then you are nowhere. I'm talking about STEM. Mathematics is one of the pillars, and nobody can do science without having recourse to mathematics. So as mathematics teachers, mathematics educators, coaches, facilitators, I want to thank you for submitting yourself, for volunteering to do this job. Please, ladies and gentlemen, I wish that everybody would do it diligently and dutifully and professionally in particular. Let's handle our students with care, with love and understanding. There are a lot of my students today that will tell you that they didn't go into mathematics or science because of the kind of teacher that they interacted with when they were in their formative years. So don't let us be one of those teachers. So what we are saying is that as much as you are taking care of the cognition of your students, don't leave the other domains of learning unattended. You must take care of their affective, ditto for the psychomotor. And that is when we are making and building great manpower for our society and for the country at large. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to congratulate those of us that are here. Let's do our best to make sure that we move STEM education forward and we can actually be where we need to be as one of those nations that we can beat our chest in the near future. Let's say in the next one decade, Nigeria should be there. We should also be classified as a powerful nation. And we can only do it with the crop of teachers that we are, that we have. So be counted as part of those that will take Nigeria to that levels of being an advanced and a powerful nation of the world. So thank you once again, and I pray that whatever you gain here, you'll be able to use them back in your various classroom practices for the betterment of humanity and for the good of our students. Thank you, and God bless you.
Okay, thank you very much. We are doing that for the chairman. So let me call on the number one teacher in Ogun State, the latest JP, for his just short lesson. Switch up. So while we are doing that, let's be preparing to take our quiz because the quiz will determine who will go home with all these things that we have here.
How are you? Solidarity. 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 So, Kayode or Adewale. Let me first say congratulations to Dr. Adewale for doctoral degree that he just received from National University of Education, which has now become the Federal University of Education, first of its kind in Southwest. We congratulate you. Also, we celebrate your tenacity, your good work and dedication to make sure that our students get better, more than when we were there in the classrooms. And let me tell you something, that this kind of event you're having, if I have gotten this kind of event while I was in secondary school, maybe I wouldn't have thought of become an student. It scared me away from studying mathematics. And I don't deny it. I failed mathematics for more than 8 or 9 times. I told people that care to me. I did my work for more than 10 times. In fact, I make credit in English and mathematics for last and 10 times. Why? Because the fear was there right from my secondary school days at Tabata Grammar School. Late Mr. Lagoke. He's dead now, but I can never forgive the spirit behind it. But he never allowed me to do mathematics. And up to today,
Anyway, I get you. I will tell people that I would have done better if I have people that have encouraged me when I was in secondary school. The mathematics is so easy to pass. But now it's not too late for me to be encouraged. But now, gradually through my personal discovery, I think I'm getting back to my feet to understand mathematics now. That everything is about interest, and the still person that's teaching you will do better. Now, on this kind of thing that we are doing, let me encourage all of us that we cannot do anything better more than encourage our students to study mathematics. For those students who excelled in secondary school, that passing mathematics and what? And English language. I want to encourage the facilitator that we appreciate your good work. Continue doing very well. As Dr. Nonuka have said, please continue doing your best, giving your best to make sure that our students get it better at this time around. And I want you know to congratulate my brother, my Lord brother from home, the latest Guinness record breaker, Mr. What is his name? Olalekan Adieko. He just broke the Guinness World Program record over 4 weeks ago on MI, I think. Am I right? On Microsoft, I mean. Yes, I follow him back to back on Facebook and social media. And on other quality, Adieko has been somebody that has been tenacious to make sure village and for making Dr. Adewale to be where he is today. Thank you, sir. And let me salute my directors, both at TESCOM and the Ministry of Education. All directors at TESCOM are salute you, sir. Thank you, man. Mr. Edu. And let me salute the Mathematics Association of Nigeria State President, Comrade Bimisola Orekoya, and our bosom friend, Comrade Adeshewa Adewale. I can never forget that name because we are from the same constituency. I'm on the hour. So I celebrate you. Once again, I say thank you. So you permit me to leave now, but I have so many engagements today. I just felt that I should come and encourage and give our protagonist to encourage and support this initiative, Dr. Kayode Adewale. I have meetings that are waiting for me in the area. That's why I said you should please allow me to speak and I go. Once again, thank you and God bless you. We are saved.
Let's win more souls for mathematics. Just like the other commissioner has said, he says some go out to win soul for Christ, isn't it? We also win soul for Christ as well. Win soul for Islam. So we mathematicians, we are winning more soul for mathematics. Because the more you go into the class, and you go into the class with many Ks, you are no longer winning soul for mathematics. And this is what usually makes these people run away for mathematics. So I'm going to call, like I said, we have someone that is representing the permanent secretary of the State Teaching Service Commission here. And for the love they have for us, they sent 4 directors. 4 directors. I think I told you, 4 directors. The TESCOM sent 4 directors here to come and represent the Ogun State Teaching Service Commission. And we have Mr. Adejonkpe Oluwagbenga, who will be coming here to speak the mind of the permanent secretary of the State Teaching Service Commission for this program. Maybe they send something to us.
Will you speak my yeah. Good afternoon. I'm able to stand on the existing protocol without behalf of the permanent secretary who is supposed to be here, but unavoidably absent due to official assignment. And in that wise, we, the management team, are here, able representing the permanent secretary and the entire Chief Service Commission here today. And she sent a greeting because, like you all know, the Teaching Service Commission and the Ogun State government under the leadership of His Excellency Prince Dr. Dapo Abiodun is so much taking training with, not with levity, because we felt training is the thing that will bring out the best. You cannot be doing the same thing a new or a different result. So if you are using an old brick, then you still be building the same old house. And I think training is so much important and imperative at this point. And I think in recent times, the Office of the Special Advisor on Education to the governor to organize the particular training as it regards our behavior, the teachers, to mathematics teachers. And so we'll definitely not come to understand that there is nothing we want to do without mathematics. And if I understand very well, even the Bible made us understand that God himself is God of mathematics. Because he gave precision to Noah when he wants to build the ark, the width, the breadth, the height. He gave it. So everything is in number. So when we are talking about mathematics, you know that it is very key. And so for you to be there to transform, like the previous speaker or the immediate past speaker, the comrade just said, a lot of us felt mathematics, even in our way, we were even calling it mathematics. Because sometimes you be saying, why are you asking me to go and be looking for X that you kept on your pocket? Go and look for it yourself, you know. But when you develop some certain techniques that will meet up with their level, then definitely the best will be. Of course, the prof told us the right time that the level of assimilation the sense that you have to come down to their level, the assessment for and the assessment of we should put all of this into practice so that we know when and where to go the extra mile on the particular student. Of course, we cannot develop at the same pace. So we know those ones. That somebody is a slow learner does not make that person to be a dull student. So you need to just keep and allow the student or such student to grow. And I want to also appreciate the facilitator that for coming up with this because it takes a lot of selflessness for someone to look inward using his own personal resources and all of that things. It's time to at least impact knowledge on fellow teachers. I think it is a good thing of his kind too amongst you all. And I pray that as we go on with this, the good Lord will definitely bless us and make our ways to be pure. But at the end of the day, he was here or not. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Morning, educators. All right. I am honored to be here this here. I drove several kilometers to be here, and I also have to attend to my primary assignments before coming down. Accepted. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for welcoming me once again. I brought you greetings from all the teachers in Lagos State, and we are excited about all that you are doing in education. Thank you for being at the forefront of education, like Dr. Adewale will always say. So moving on, we want to welcome Elder Adewale Adeshewa, Mathematics Association of Nigeria, for his goodwill message. Please, please pardon me. All right, please let's welcome her. Please a round of applause for her as she takes the stage.
Our Honorable Commissioner in Absentia, all distinguished guests here present. I want to say congratulations to all the participants for making it deep fit to be in this program. For having it in mind to do it. I know it is time consuming, but we just have to make this stage. And it has to start from us. And some people will start it, but others. But what I don't want to chip in this time around is that I don't want to go back to our different souls. Because don't let us limit it ourselves. Don't let us be selfish with the information and what we bring today. There are lots of us out there that need this training, but they just need to move out from their shell. Please try to encourage them when you get there. Some people feel, data, who is going to give me money to buy it? Some people will say, oh, be responsible. I have another business there. I have something to do there. My child might do this. Please, let us stop. Look at what happened. Everything comes back to us. When students fail, it is teacher. When students misbehave, it is teacher. But please, let us change the narrative. Let the population, the citizens, see us that we are trying our best. So when we do this, please don't let us limit it here. Let's go. I just want to chip in this. I want to appreciate Dr. Adewale for his doggedness. Call him for anything. Even with his tight schedule, when it comes to training or delivering on mathematics, he will make sure it's there. Mathematicians were called. They needed us. They needed us. Mrs. Igbokoye, former chairman, ex-vice chairman of mine, was called. She said, at this age, money from the student pattern to every day. She called me, am I interested? I said, it's not that I'm not interested, but we have limited time in this job. Let us inject new blood. We have young teachers, vibrant teachers that have time. That's why they are tight schedule, they will try to make a way. Immediately she said, I have Mr. Adewale. And she has been doing this thing. Let me call. And he did it perfectly well. Look at him today. If you are held, and that was the beginning of his journey. Look at him today. If he was called that day, he didn't attend to us, he didn't listen to us, he won't be there today. Please just make yourself available. When there is opportunity, I know Dr. Adewale. Immediately came back from Montana show. We did seminar at Ijebu. He was telling them how to be. He said, that many of us are here that can do the same thing, that are capable of being best teacher. That these are the limits. It's then. Please make yourself available. Don't be selfish with the information. Don't be selfish with the training. One more time to cost me. Please don't let us do that. Let us work in harmony. Let us go back to our zones and do things right. And don't just learn this and take it to yourself. Let us practice. God bless us.
Thank you. A round of applause for Amori. Thank you for those beautiful words of advice. Dr. Adewale, yeah, for this.
Yes, thank you very much. And just like she have rightly said, so sorry, my moderator.
Yes, sir.
Just like she have rightly said, I was given the opportunity then, and I think I leveraged on that opportunity. When we finish the program, to Adewale online class up to this point. As I'm talking to you now, I have over 400 content online on mathematics and some other things like that. So thank you very much. Before that, before we call the, I'm sorry, moderator. So before we call the next guest speaker, we want to quickly give this award because I must give this before this person be here. So I will call on the state chairperson of the Mathematical Association of Nigeria to help us give this award to my own mentor. We know he's a busy man. My own mentor. He's getting 2 awards today. Number 1, award as most of my initiative. 2 companies will be getting award. I know the second company will not lose. He's also my mentor. Anywhere you see me, if they call me Dr. Kayode Adewale, it is all glory to Almighty God and editors.
Wow.
All glory to Almighty God. I won't say more than that. I know what I've not said is loaded. But if I'm called Dr. Kayode Adewale today, all glory to Almighty God and editors. I almost lost hope at the University of Ibadan when I started my PhD. As a teacher, I have nothing to gain. I spend all the money I have, but that company take it up and yeah, thank you. So please, ma, the co-founder is here.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. A word of appreciation to Appreciation Transformation 10 Night Initiative, present to FTM of Abeokuta. Now, you could please ask, oh, Abeokuta, that's nice. Yeah, he came for a training while I was in the normal grammar school, and he did excellently well there. Wow. Thank you so much for all your things.
Kent State University, Ohio, in 2023, that's Transformation 1090. When I came back, the set of people that I called was Dr. Ademola Adelubi and my mentor, of course, with now definitely come, and of course, my collaborators. So they were like, oh, this is fine, we can go about it. And that is where we are today. So don't go aside. Like I said, 2 companies really support me. And the second person, we are so lucky. He's a very busy man. He was the Honorable Minister for Communication and Digital Economy, that's Dr. Smith, and his wonderful friend yesterday. So we want him. We are so sorry. We know we are too small. This may look too small, but just this is going to be evidence.
And thank you so very much. Thank you so very much.
Also, the intelligence, the whole one.
How the and we are all supported to appreciate it.
Thank you, Doctor. Or do you want to take that opportunity to give your good message?
But maybe that is just for so I want from all of us to this initiative. Maybe something I'm seeing is that I'm seeing the movement of change. And sometimes when a movement starts, we're not sure of what is going to look like. In most cases, things are first.
So for that, having the opportunity to be part of this movement, which is about trying to see technology coming in with education and changing the way we both create content and then we deliver content and that. I think these are two critical things that are changing, and they are changing very fast. Maybe 5-10 years ago, no one would discuss writing lessons. Wasn't even a context for discussion. But I think it's coming into context now. Yes, it is happening. Something else is that we're also not even reading the most. Yeah. Yes, but the AI is now taking over that. So that the biggest job for the is to actually focus on. And so that we must sing. And for maybe for the work we do at exams. Edition of the content and the delivery and that's in the precursor to that lesson notes that we have now. That is addressing a breach of the law. So that either the learner is in the village or the learner is in the city. They now have access to the same content. So that really bad. But this content that was produced last year may not be relevant this year. Some plans of being relevant next year. And so there's going to be a challenge for that is that you will see in the new version, which I was working on. Possibly consider what's the mode of the class. Say, yeah, I want it simpler. I want a lot of this context there. And so content will not be generated. And with this, you can even put the assessment the professor mentioned. So any student will read through this and take this assessment. And that makes it easier for us to begin to track performance. Then we will now begin to ask ourselves, but are we solving? What's the idea is to begin to interpret these performance metrics and seeing how are you going to make an impact in the life of the learners in the classroom. So we'll work with you as we roll out this perhaps demo session. We're working to see that what you know is set up now, maybe drop in again next session, and you'll be seeing the feedback coming up, and then that one you'll see a lot of dashboard. To be more of data than just seeing the grades. And then we'll expect that teachers will interact with this more. And then we'll be making you more lazy. The system will be but then we'll be shifting the job. Yeah, we'll be pushing the job more. So how do we start this? But what you will be doing for us as a great thing is feedback. Yeah, feedback is important. What we're building now is based on all of the feedback that we have seen in the last 3-4 years. And so we're coming up with something. But I know definitely that even as much as we're talking about new thing, that new thing won't last for more than a year or two. You know, we're going to get out of it. Because if you look at the way generative AI is coming now, we can't even be sure what will happen to it. So with that, I just want to challenge us that we need to do more work. We need to learn about the latest thing. We need to be sure that students are no longer learning to teach. And so we've got to begin to teach the way they learn. And I think you know the way they learn. They learn through something that is more interactive and fun. You want a student to go and sleep. giving me his phone. Then you can be sure that in the next 5 minutes, pass us. But if you don't want that child or that student to sleep, give him your phone and you'll be there till you collect it from. So that is telling us that students are no longer late even to teach. So we have to begin to teach. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, so as we move on, I have the privilege of welcoming once again Mr. Olale for the recognition of your invaluable contribution as a guest speaker during the in-person session of the Transformation 2016. Thank you for all that you do in education, and I am proud of your achievement. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. Congratulations. Let me get that. Thank you. All right, so as we move on, I want to welcome Pastor Mrs. Emisola Orekoya, the Ogun State Chairperson, Mathematical Association of Nigeria. I remember the first time I met her, I ended up saying her because you know the normal reason when you have mathematics. As well as gotten to that level, the only thing that comes to your head is that you want to be man. However, when I saw her come up that day, I was like, wow, that's amazing. Round of applause for William. And she told us okay, I guess wow, yes. I can't wait for it again.
So very much.
Thank you,
I want to appreciate my Honorable Commissioner for Education in absentia. My director, thank you, ma. All my directors from the Teaching Service Commission, I appreciate you. Thank you for honoring our invitation. Because anytime I invite you, I do invite you also. I want to appreciate every one of you here. Remember that says, many are called, but few are chosen. Many of you started this program together. Look at it today. We are having beautiful women. Can we give ourselves a big round of applause? And it's women are more than the men. Like I normally say that what a man can do, a woman can do it much better. I'm putting much better. Women are the one handling things now. Why? Because we have come of age. We have told ourselves that we can do it. Like Dr. Felix Agbesola said, mathematics was scary. It was too scary to me. I can't understand when I was in secondary school in the 80s. Because I have Parkinson's teaching us mathematics, also actually science. Mr. Police get to the class and say, what is community? I don't understand what is community. The way he talks, I find people to understand. So I was like, I feel drunk. When I did my WAEC, I had F9. I have a very strict father. My father validates me back to Form 4. Yeah, you have no choice. Those days, yeah, my father asked me to come back to Form 4. I finished at Lagos Baptist Secondary School in Agege, Tabasco. He bundled me down here to Abeokuta, where I joined St. Louis High School. Mrs. Abimbola took me up as a daughter and telling me, what's the meaning of all this? Then I sat down. Then Commissioner for Education, then George Akin Wupola was my uncle. He just dashed me one room at the guest chalet, locked me up there. That was when I knew, yes, you are in for this. And here I am today. Consistency, practice, and being focused is the key. You have started this initiative that Dr. Calvi brought. You have come this far. Like my comrade Adewale said, You can't be selfish with the knowledge you have attained. If Dr. Kayode is selfish, he would not have come up with this idea of transformation 2060. He came up with this idea. He didn't keep all the evidence to himself. He said, I'm going to extend. I want to spread my tentacles. I want more people to come on board like my very self. Because we know there are people there. But you know, we teachers, we don't want to leave our comfort zone. Some of you are now expanding on that. I want to leave that comfort zone. I want to come out. And in coming out now, you are seeing what you are becoming. You are becoming known to people. Dr. Kayode started like that. It was known from the grassroots. Going up, finding, and look at, is there any place you want to talk about education and you want to mention No. They always call him. And that's what I want to appreciate you for and encourage you. Like Dr. Kayode said every time. That we'll be moving. This is what I told you. We'll be moving from zone to zone, from Eba zone to Yewa zone. So don't say, you are going to Yewa. Hey, transportation. When you become a successful person, you don't look at barriers. Don't look at obstacles. You know, I learned from my pastor. He says when you want to cross to the other side, if the wall is blocking you, then look up. There is space of preparing to fly. You fly over. And once you're able to do that and fly over, you're breaking the barriers. That means there's no barrier again. Then you're moving on. I want to encourage you, please. This program will not end here. We are expanding it, and we are the first set of people that we enlighten other mathematics teachers. I'm a bit somehow because I'm only, if I'm not mistaken, 2 year part of this program. It's 2 year or 1 year. And who is the year person here? Oh, 2. I said 2. Because when I look at it, I was like, wow, that's beautiful. And then I can switch my shoulder back because I'm from you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, from that because I know Ijebu. Yes, I'm not. You know the carry last. You two from here, you know the carry last. We don't want to carry last. We want to move on too. So I want to appeal to us that let's just be more focused on the thing. Be focused, be dedicated, and be committed. We'll go places. It's just a starting point. We are going places. The way Dr. Kayode started flying, you can fly, can't you fly? And I'm sure you are ready to fly. And with all this we are putting in place, we will fly. If there's any initiative or there's any information, it doesn't keep it to himself. Once they bring it out, you know, a lot of people see that information then as that's our waste time. But because you don't see it as wasting of time, you see it as an encouragement, you see it as a step higher, you are there today. Thank you so very much, and I really want to read my psalm. That's mathematics psalm. I brought that psalm out from Psalm 23 in the Bible, which says, mathematics is my subject. I will send it to you. Because of time, mathematics is my subject. I shall not fail. It makes me to lie down to the 4-figure table. It leads me beside God mass. It restores my soul. It leads me to the path of LCM for simultaneous equation's sake. Even though I walk through the angle of elevation, I fear no algebra. For statistics are with me. The logarithm and indices, they comfort me, you know. Logarithm and indices, they put me in a very comfort zone. The longitude and that prepares SOHCAHTOA, you know, SOHCAHTOA for me. And I'll take that because in the presence of trigonometry ratio, SOHCAHTOA will come in, you know. Thou anointed my head with quadratic equation. My Pythagoras theorem overflows. Surely longitude and latitude shall follow me. All the days of solving problems in mathematics, I shall dwell with circle theorem. Thank you so much. You get that, and begin to recite it, and your feet, you know, it's from one level, from unknown to known, from known to known. You pick it up like that, and you get the best of it. I want to say thank you once again for this opportunity. Take the whole of it, grab it, and don't let it skip from you. God bless you.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you so much. So nice having you with us again. All right, so we are going to be welcoming to take the stage now Dr. Abimbola Aribabu to take us through his presentation on musical therapy in teaching mathematics. I know that personally, bringing in music into anything will definitely transform that particular situation. So I am actually looking forward to see how we can transform mathematics education by using music. Please a round of applause as we welcome Dr. Abimbola Aribabu to the stage.
I'm trying to share my screen.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm using it to share my screen. These are not just few seconds. I think we're fine. Okay. Good day, everyone. I would like to stand on the existing protocol. My name is Aribabu Abimbola, and I'll be talking on the using of music, integrated mathematics instruction on primary school pupils' achievement and engagement in mathematics. What if solving mathematics was as fun as singing a song? What if the way students know the lyrics to their favorite music, they're able to do the same with mathematical concept? What if you can have a playlist where music with integrated mathematics instructions can be played for students in the class, probably in the beginning or in the middle or at the end, to motivate them for retention and to engage them? So these are questions I continue to ask myself as a musician and mathematics educator, because I've actually been in the music scene as well. So once again, my name is Aribabu Abimbola, and the theme of this is using music integrated mathematics instruction to enhance pupils' learning outcomes in mathematics. That is, we are trying to unlock the power of reading in mathematics classroom. So what is music integrated mathematics instruction? It is the teaching approach that blends the use of music as an instructional strategy to help people enhance their achievement and engagement in the subject. So this pedagogy combines the use of musical activity and classroom activity to help people understand mathematics better and enhance their retention and engagement in mathematics. So this method uses math songs, clapping, musical instruments, instrumentals, chants, music games to help students understand the abstract concept of mathematics, to improve their memory and retention, like I've said, to engage them and reduce their mathematics anxiety, which is actually a very, very big issue. But before we go on, I would like to point out a few relationships between mathematics and music itself, because these are two familiar fields, and using music to enhance mathematics instruction, we are still supposed to know the similarities between these two fields. Why are we combining them? So the first one I'm going to say is rhythm and time signature, which is equivalent to frequency and pattern in mathematics. Rhythm in music, time signature in music, then fraction and in mathematics, then patterns. So the readings like the 4x4 reading, the 3x4 reflects fraction and ratio. Notes have duration like the O note, O beat, half step, O step, quarter, and so on, which equivalent to fraction and ratio as well. Repetitive patterns in music mirror sequences and repetition in mathematics. So, but without taking much of our time, the only similarity I would like to emphasize on is the relationship between pitch, frequency, and ratio. So pitch in musical term, frequency and ratio in mathematics term. So mere looking at this keyboard, you can see some set of keys. And like I said during the online training, I said music can be used to teach set theory in mathematics, but I'm still not going to dwell on that. So we can see some set of keys, that is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. There's no H, there's no I, there's no J in music. So what I'm trying to point out is I'm trying to explain what an octave is, because I'm going to need the meaning of an octave for my example. So C here, we are going to name it C1, D1, E1, F1 to the next one, which is going to be C2. So from C1 to C2 is an octave. That's the first octave. From C2 to C3, the next C that we can see there, that is the second octave. Then from C3 to C4 is the fourth octave. So I'm going to use the fourth octave because there's a particular key in music, which is A4, which is very, very familiar with musicians. If you're a music person, you know about the A4 and the frequency. So the frequency of the A4 is 440 Hz. So this 440 Hz, so we're going to have C4, D4, E4, G4, then A4. So the frequency of A4, like I said, is 440 Hz. So when we are going to the next octave, we are going to be having that will be A5. And then when we put A5 all over A4, we have what? 880 Hz. That is A4 times 2 give us what? 880. So that will be 880 Hz all over 440, which is what? 2 all over 1. That is 2:1. So we can actually use music to explain mathematical concepts, apart from the fact that we can use music to actually enhance, to build motivation, retention, and also enhance achievement and engagement of students in mathematics. So the first theory I would like to talk about to back up this concept that I'm talking about is the theory of multiple intelligence. In a study which Gardner conducts, which he said there are 8 bits of human intelligence, which the musical intelligence is the ability to express, transform, and discriminate musical forms. So Gardner implies that students learn best through music. So another theory is the dual coding theory by Alan Pavio, which says that when information is passed both verbally and non-verbally, people learn better, not even students alone. So example of the dual coding is actually what I'm talking about, what I'm trying to do right now. This is, let's imagine this is a chalkboard. We are writing on the chalkboard and I'm talking verbally. So music can be played as a non-verbal element. Then the normal traditional lecture method can be used on the board to teach pupils. So another one is the cognitive load theory. And we also have the constructivist theory, which says that the engagement in an environment where students are able to interact and relate with each other, they tend to do better. And in an environment where we have the music integrated mathematics instruction, this is going to be achieved. So while we're doing all this, the problem statement, we understand that many pupils find mathematics as abstract and intimidating. Lack of engagement leads to poor performance in mathematics and also mathematics anxiety. And to back up that, various research have pointed out the poor performance of pupils in mathematics across all levels due to their inability to comprehend and retrieve mathematical facts, which has now led to the trial of so many strategies that may help students understand mathematics better and help teachers deliver mathematical concepts better. And one of these strategies is the use of arts integration into mathematics instruction. And music being a subset of art, now we are now using the integration of music into mathematics instruction. What are the benefits of music integrated mathematics instruction? Students who might not resonate with the abstract numbers will grasp concept better.
Yeah, 200 naira, 100, 200, 100, 500, pass. Oh, 200, 100, 100, pass. Okay, okay. 10. There's no 200. Seventy-two. That's question. So we want to. Ó sì lè sẹ́yìn ìjà ètò ẹ̀ka ṣáà bá mi mú wà ní. Ṣáà bá mi mú wá àbíkẹ́ nípa 800, 400, 150.
Okay, so let's take see when you are you two together. You put together. Ways of God. Walk that's why you got. Is it God? I give
That day, I went back away. Where was that? What is it called? They have this national mathematics competition at Jebu. You're not aware. It was March 22nd. Yes, the master. We came, okay. Around what time did you come? That was, yeah. Let me show you. I got there around 8:30. I was late. You know, at least you don't know that. It's automatic quiz, but I don't think to
So, during your program, you have the
stop sharing.
Have you stopped sharing?
I was able to move from this place here. I was destabilized and I didn't get no, I destabilized. No, I was so destabilized.
Seriously, but it was moving. I don't know what it was moving. It was very moving. All right. So, where your proximity of
I saw. Thank you.
Okay. I saw. Thank you.
So I remember the first class that I entered, not my first class, but that was like the first day. So it was a mathematics class. And when we got in, the students, they were seated like this, and there was a table right in front like this. In fact, as I'm saying it, I'm still, everything is coming back to my head. And the teacher came in with a guitar, and he sat on the chair, on the table that was on the front. I could not remember all the wordings, but I could still remember the reading that I was playing that day. And the reading was da 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 da
Can you go back to Zoom? Can you go back to Zoom?
And from, Dr. told us, from in music, to start with simple addition, subtraction, and fraction, like that. And that was how that man started too. So we can bring in all these things. And before we knew it, we started giving them questions, and it was like, fastest finger, palm, and we're saying, oh, things. And no. Then when we had that mathematics competition, national mathematics competition by yourself, when you ask those students questions, they tell you the answer. They tell you the answer. Like, so it's like constant practice, and we can actually help our students achieve that. So they don't just look like that. Mathematics is just for some certain people, they can never be failed. So we can help them. And honestly, music is just one of the key ways by which we can help them. I also love music. And I'm also looking for, I'm not sure anything type, I love singing. So I think that would be
because I am seeing it on my own.
And yes, it's move on.
It's simple. Just connect it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so we want to welcome as we move on. I'm sure that how many of us would like to integrate music when next we get back to our school? We want to integrate music. Yes, that's all right. Dr. B-Boy is there for us.
Just
Then, imagine you are going and you're telling them you're poor.
I think Ọlọ́run mi ò bọ́. From here. Bueno, come on, you. Don't have me chance to watch me. G. Promise me you go me. The sun was done. Promise me I will never give up on you. No, it's proposition. You want to do one almost one. I want to I want to yeah, I want to see the most time. Most one in piano. Oh, I'm not going to time with pick be one thing, it's not like I wanted to so yeah, my flag outside. I'm not conscious of oh, this is on Friday. Láti mo lọ sí Kano, the two doors, once is one. But I went to say, oh, management was like, pay all almost not padà wá. I like everybody almost like kò sí nǹkan kan. Ah, come on, that's good. I know that's come on. It's not going to so that's a thing.
The first one out, right? Yeah.
If second way complete second so the first the man happens. Yeah, more time the marking on the there's a mosque inside the service.
You know the award is to a Christian male, gender balance. You will take it.
It's meant to be by 3. Are you looking? It's supposed to be in this program. I saw I wish you. I do want to have the last. Okay. I don't know. The commissioner is not here yet. That's number one. So, but we have some directors from the ministry. Or maybe we can call her number and see if she's there. Eh? If she call. So if it is something important at least.
You know the best now. Name is what?
Yeah, you know, I usually clap. I need to eliminate and I play this up. Next sir. I'm not ready. I'm still working on this thing. I'm not ready. They should continue with some other thing. This phone is giving me a lot of issue. It's not even internet. It's not even internet. Oh, it's in the WhatsApp business. Yeah. Yeah, my brother. Please, sir. Let's welcome Mr. So while we need that time to
This one is giving me a lot of issue.
And I want to thank God that you are all here. I teach economics, and I'm glad to be among your
mathematician.
I've been inducted into you, even though I inclined to often and often. That was when it's good for you. was in the school.
Is that what I want?
But now I teach economics. I want to say thank
Nothing is
you.
wrong with this one. Even the WhatsApp is wrong with me.
For this,
It's a ball, open
I want
by
to say this man is fair. If I say he's a gem, not all gems are so rare. But he really fair. And I want us to all appreciate that we have this kind of among all the there are not only people that we have God giveness. That is something I want to do to people. We're not saying that it's safe to be calling. It's difficult to do what it's hard to do. So think about one day, you think about you of a pilot. You got to get it. I want to prefer you. I've just
Jabo. Oh, what's Fento? This was a Fento.
And then we see that a number of students that do well in economics. So, it's a better. Economic that can excel without mathematics. I want to say help us. Help us. And why I say help us with that, the better mathematics they can deliver, the easier economics will also be delivered. And mathematics is the language of all sciences, even social science. Because we enter into statistics, it is still mathematics. We do any survey you are coming to analyze it, you are still coming back to mathematics. Econometrics is the complete mathematics. So I want to say, congratulate all of us that are here, including myself, that I have the opportunity to be in this gathering. The day I saw it, I sent a message in that doctor, I am coming. That's the news of the yes. I came. One of the reasons why I came out, I have seen Dr. Abimbola also teach us music. I was going to attend that. I've made some topics in economics that I have a student complete from my home. Seriously. They find them difficult to learn. But once they are able to memorize them, they don't forget again. There are topics like that in every subject. Difficult to learn, but once it is memorized, it becomes like the easiest. Yeah, it depends. So down one or two. So Dr. Abimbola. So I want to thank you for that. The new concept that I related about keep something very valuable. Then the second thing, when I mentioned it to my brother, I say, oh, yeah, I don't talk about that here. But it is an appeal. When the director was talking, that is the president of my master, this science, the first one that he talked about STEM being the platform upon which modern development will be built. Yes, it is correct. But whatever development that is built will be managed. If not, whatever is built will still collapse. Like the appointment, people build data, people call it and that is why I want to make an appeal today that STEM without economics, I still have a little gap. I like this answer. Yes, we still have a little gap. We still have a little gap. So when we are, I want to say we find the law of incorporating economics into the mainstream of STEM. Because of its importance as a bridge, both in science and humanity. Most of our students fall by the wayside when they fail their chemistry. They can't go ahead in science. I'm an example. I didn't attend secondary school as a science. But today, as a student of humanity student, but today I'm teaching economics. If I didn't take economics at the secondary school, I'll probably not be able to advance because chemistry is cross in science as literature. Because the man, any student that feel literature is cannot go anywhere. Anywhere the same thing chemistry in what gives them the foot to rest is economics related to science, management. So please, if the stakeholders are here, I know that students, I can see mathematical, I can see my chairman, I'm sure you're actually láti pẹ́ nípa aṣọ máa yí láti dáadáa lónìí. So let's do this and then subsequently call us, invite us. I want to thank my brother. You say, I hope we see more of it. I have started this in 2015. That economic so I have no hope. When I've seen come again with mathematics in the generation, that's the this thing can come.
Thank you very much, and I also want to join my voice with Mr. Joseph Madikoya that mathematics is not just a bedrock for economics alone. However, it is the bedrock for all other subjects. Yes, any wow, watch out, anything that is all other subjects are that's true. So we have
my brother.
I want one more time welcome. Help us with this event. Thank you, sir.
This award is presented to this is it's also change the contract. It's really fast. I know you look at that. When they call her in, she was surprised. When you are putting in a lot of energy, this my mommy you are seeing here. While I was away in the US, herself and my wonderful wife, they were those people that I think she's representing the Honorable Commissioner for Education. And my wife was giving me a lot of feedback. They were the one that get the award as the second honor of best teacher and better Nigeria. And even one way, later I returned and I said, wow, I have this and that. I said, no, forget it. Anyone, we have a lot of people we are putting together for teacher, and maybe the Almighty God will continue. Let me pray for
There's also another evidence that is well. It's also this award is for I don't have this. The role of
Thank you very much. Yeah, we call many facilitators. Thank you very much. We call many facilitators to help us to do this. Many of them will give us a lot of excuses. My wonderful wife, you know what is very to be having an online class between 8 p.m. and sometimes we do very 11 p.m. Isn't it? And you call someone who's always here with us. We need to appreciate that. Thank you very much. So we are still waiting for the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology. My governance is found. All you need to pay attention. Then you will know that math is fun. I love math is fun. All you need to pay attention. Then you will know that math is fun. All right, so we are at that moment now. Let me review the moderator. So are we ready? Mr. Latif, so we are going to join my piece, Abby. We know where else. Should we use link? Yes. Okay, you share the link on our web platform. How do we know how to? I saw Stella online the other time. What of Amanda? She's still online. No, she's not. Okay, these are the people we have online. Okay, so go on with it. I will first tell about then Amanda did not do you want to share code there? Our considers our yes. We are not on the platform. Our difficulty at this moment. Let us shoot them, please. Because I know if they don't answer, likely. So the game is this. It's coming up. It's from WhatsApp. It's here on our platform. WhatsApp. Share it with me and I'll put it on our platform. Share it.
Okay, you can try, but if you win, you will not get it. Because I know you very well. Follow it. So look for it on no, it's not on a question. So let's look for it on a participant. Yeah, it's there now. So it's there, you can find it. That's my clip. Yes, don't so. What's again? Numbers, they should be 15. Once they are 15, let's go. I'm not there. I'm not there. Okay, so let's go with yes, I never already. So this is please are together. Let's again. It's not just about what you do, it's about how fast you pick your answer. You can get all the answer correctly and pick them out course. At the end of the day, you're only going to end the first question. And you can pick the one in it. And then at the end of the question, just miss one question. So once I click on start, it also starts from your end. And then you can see the question, you answer the question. So it's happening at the same time for everybody. So just the correct question, this very answer. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah, network, just put everything in place. One, two, go. See how well is part of the question. The question will not show you, show you on your phone. The code will be showing that person to off is okay. Go. I'm sorry.
And of course, we all have access to credit. Go down. These are all we know. It's our last 20 people. Keep going, keep going, keep going. This is everybody. Don't forget that you may be on about 7 and still look for
Going. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. That's a common place now.
So that's what your student fees.
Yes, salary is done. Let's keep going, let's keep going, let's keep going.
This is our own tap.
Which way?
In fact, I'm students in the exhibition, they've had a great class. So, I was a someone to remember the special now. Never thought about this. We were the I said, they had a great class. So, we can
Okay, we are ending this now.
Anyway,
I don't know. Okay, Mr. Gandhi, you have different questions.
the only thing that the only thing really, you know, sometimes I'm not feeling teachers from Harrison. I'm not so if they can show how to bring them more.
We are not at this stage now. Okay, so we are ending this now. So we are working. Okay, so we are ending it. Thank you so much, everybody. Wow.
Ọwọ́ yẹn nígbà téèyàn ti máa sọ ìlú ṣe nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe. We are sure.
Yes.
So bring out this cupboard. So yes, don't forget we are not using this because if we use this, we may likely have two people emerge from the same zone. And we want each of these to go to each of the division we have in Ogun State. So this is how we are going. So just bring up the top.
Yes.
So we are going on here. By the power confirmed on me by the state chairperson of the mathematical section, I want to use it in this way. So because the honorable commissioner wants to repeat one. So if you are from, let's use here. If you are from Remo here, stand up. Remo, stand up. Don't forget we have the name. Are you the only one from Remo? Remo. So who is the third person? Is he here? Not here now. So it's only. So what's your score?
Your name there, yes,
that's number 8. Number 8.
Ajibola, 97%.
97. The second person. 97. 97. So let them just do that like that. So Ijebu. So please, we all be the judge now. Okay. Let's sit down, please. Let's quickly declare that. The two of you from Remo, who is up among you? They are so please about like this belongs to show this is for so Cholombe will be going on with his complete for his school to minus.
Where's person?
Mr. Cholombe.
Okay.
So please about to put the school details on it. It's testing accuracy. Okay, Ijebu. Oh yeah, let's be alive. Oh. Let's be alive. Your score. 87. 87. Go back to 87. Okay. No,
name, sir. Okay,
87, Abi. Your own.
It's not there.
80 something. Okay, sit down. 83. 80 what? 87. 87.
Still living.
97.
Ah, wow.
Sit down, ma. What, ma? What has gone? He has gone.
Son is 30%.
Okay, the winner is.
The winner.
What's the number? What's the number? Number. Adefunke Oshiyemi.
So let me use this opportunity to appreciate my wonderful brother who generously donates this for us.
Wow.
By Dr. Tajudeen Odufeso. That's the only interpreter we have in the state. So we use this to support this. So we move to Yewa now. Yewa. Ṣé competition máa wà ní
Yes.
77. 97. Sit down. 97. And the seat of power of Ogun State. Egba people stand up. Egba, stand up. We've got our time. Egba. So 87. Sit down, ma. 100. Okay. So I think it's balanced now. Yes. All right. Thank you very much. So we have each of these. We be going to the each division we have in Ogun State, Remo, Ijebu, Yiwa, and Egba. So very quickly before we call the the Director of Science and Technology to give a good message, I quickly want to run us through this because if you go to our school with this, we may likely not know how to use it, and that's why I said let's quickly do this before the Honorable Commissioner comes around. We have 2 stickers inside your bag. Can I have 1? 2 stickers, 1 blue one like this. Yes, follow me on, and then come to another small one. No, one small one like that. No, not that one. Very small one. Someone told me, I didn't want to wait. I want to tell you the beginning. And I want to prove that person wrong. Please, I want you to disappoint that person. So this, we are expected to place this director. We have 22 of them, and they all have their math clinic number. So meaning for now, we have 22 labs in Ogun State. Each of the lab have their own numbers. So it starts with transformation 2060-01 to transformation 2060-022. So 22 labs.
Does it not across
all the four divisions? So anytime, because we are still in my address, it's already in my address. We still need support from individual corporate organizations to support me. I want to get at least 50 of these for all our classrooms. Even if it starts with math clinic, 50 math clinic in Ogun State, I think it's okay. So what you do for us is that you place this at the entrance of the center. So let's read what we have here. Transformation 2060, that's revolutionizing. Let's read along with me. We all have it. That's what revolutionizing. As a core subject, although math is prepared later. They call mathematics bedrock of all sciences. Other subjects that are coming, in fact, the baby one, which is computer, they already have lab, yes or no? Yes. When you go to all our school, you see, is computer not the baby among all the sciences? Only that the baby come and take over everything, because we use the baby in all we do. So, but this one that we call mathematics, that we call the bedrock of all science, did not have a designated place where students can take add-on activity. And I think that's one of the factors that is responsible for the low performance of students in mathematics, because they have to do some other things. Like I share my experience online, you heard from Rion Spen, my partner teachers in US. Immediately I said, you want to do advanced placement statistics? I said, Adewale, Kayode, let's go to the field. I said, to do what? Mathematics on the field. He said, that's what we do here in US. And when we got there, he was doing the bumping, jumping, counting, recording. It was the data we gathered from that field that we use in the statistics lab.
They did not use a Google data, and those are those things. And other activities, they have their own math thing. That's why I brought this idea. And I said, when I return to the country, I want to share this initiative with my colleagues in Ogun State. And that is what we are having. So you see, of course, we know the meaning of cleaning. When we talk about cleaning, maybe you have one element or the other. So, and when you get to cleaning, the first thing to do is to get your own card. This yellow one is card. Okay. So you can produce more. So you give this to your student, and the first thing student will do is that they will write their name, their class, date. What subject is that student having difficulty in? You put the topic of difficulty. So you put it there. Brief description of the issue. He will tell you, man, on simultaneous equation, I don't know how to do this. So it is the brief information now, based on what you have, the training we have given you, that you will use to diagnose where that student is having one issue or the other. And you will now move down, the student assessment, you use all the therapy. We have used physical therapy, we have used field simulation, we have used AI, other AI by Adeko, and other things that we have talked about. Once we apply all those ones, TRI or Batida, Adepe, so and we have the green card. The green card is for you as a what? As a teacher. So you have to put all the corresponding information here so that you'll be able to track the record of that student. I bet you if you can do this seriously for the next 1 year. Let me tell you something. You don't need to run after award though. I do tell people there was a particular when TESCOM organized program, and they were like, the most question they were asking that you want to become an award winner like you. I said, if you are thinking of becoming an award winner like me, before you reach 35 years, you will not win one award. It's not a fault. Because when I started, I did not even bother, I don't even know if there's any award elsewhere. I was just doing my own to do contribution. And that's why I've told us online. First thing you need to do is that have your own career objective. My own career objective is to contribute and be at the forefront of transforming education in Nigeria. And by God's grace today, with the grace of God, people know I'm at the forefront of transforming education in Nigeria. So set up your own career objective and choose a mentor for yourself. I choose mentor in teaching, which is Olalekan Adeyeko. I choose a mentor in academics. Thank God he's here, Dr. Ademola Adenubi. When I was going to US in 2025, I went to him. I said, Doctor, I'm going to US again, sir. You are going to US. You know, I told you because in 2020, he's a prophet. He said, Adewale, if you can be going like this, if you still going like this, má wo àwọn ọdẹ ọgbọlá o, má wo àwọn Adeyeko o, má wo àwọn Pefa o. Tó ní kálukú ṣe ń lọ yẹn, oníkálukú máa dé bus stop ẹ̀, wọ́n máa kúrò, ó máa kan the next person. Wọ́n kúrò, á kan the next person. Àbí mọ́mí, is that not the way you are doing it? That was his advice. And he said, it will come to a time in Ogun State, if you are going like this, there is nothing they want to do in Ogun State, they will call you. And it's coming to pass today. Thank you very much, Doctor. So, I'm trying to tell you today, Emma Wagwala Agoshishe, be doing it with the mind that you want to contribute to the education and they said we are appointing you as the first of the state education ambassador. And the second thing is that someone has said, come some WAEC, you call up your order, come shaking the company. Èmi ni mo dé ẹni tí BBC wá ń lé kiri, tí channels wá ń lé kiri. So no matter the level you are, you can get to anywhere. So I've explained that. So tell the students all this story. I know you want to, you have your own story. And we have this 8 card. We have this 8 card. The first card is talking about mathematics cleaning guide, which gives you all the information about math cleaning. Yes, I've got your own. The next one is talking about mathematics cleaning guide for you as a teacher. As a math cleaning teacher, you should know your role. Know your role in case if you want to duplicate this elsewhere. Then what is mathematics cleaning? You see all the information. I know we have already done this before. Then who are those people that are qualified to be a mathematics clinic teacher? Who are they? Any interested math educator, you are qualified, but you have to undergo this training. That's why we make all those videos available online. And by God's grace, this is not just an initiative for Ogun State. It is one of my initiatives that I call Transformation 1090. Transformation 1090 is to select 10 teachers from each of 109 senatorial districts that we have in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, either by Jenny or by counterfeit,
I've been to Nasarawa, I've been to we have been to Ekiti, Abi, we have been to Enugu, we have been to other places, and we'll continue spreading this. Like Lagos State too. This is my wonderful sister. I've been to Lagos State twice. So that is that. So another thing, document. Yes, ma'am.
Observations.
Okay, ma'am.
Virtually all mathematics clinic educators are senior school teachers.
Yeah.
Am I right?
No, we have junior here. Yeah, we have junior. So we have from junior too. Ma?
Nobody in junior from
What we have combined? We have combined. And the agenda is that, like on our platform, we have 80 of them. Only 22 yes responded. Yeah. That's why we said this one will be, it's more or less, it has not gone to train the trainer. We will go back, and as I promised, out of no time, I'll find time to move around from one division to read it. I produced 70 of these by God's grace. 70 of these teachers. Wow. So those teachers are still available. So as we are moving from that division to another, we'll be going and give those people, because this will be their identity as a math clinic teacher. So when you turn to the back, you see guideline for teacher, you have a guideline you follow. You have a guideline you follow. Another thing, rules for students to attending. You know, when you get to clinic, they will first of all ask you, show the jẹun, tó bá jẹun, tó máa gba ẹ lábẹ́rẹ́ ọ̀run lẹ̀rọ. So there are rules for students that want to attend here to follow. Then we also have open-ended questions. You know, doctor will be asking you some questions. I was exchanging this idea with someone yesterday. I was like, yeah, this idea. Okay, it was Professor Fakade. Unfortunately, he was at he promised to be here, but I know he can't meet up with this gathering. He now said, hey, this idea is good. And of course, when no turn into my hospital, doctor I come here the way, let it come on coach. One coach nítorí kò fẹ́ dáràn. After to one measure BPM, no man share to shaking, he will do other tests. It is the test now that will be using to do the finding where the problem is. The same thing is applicable to math clinic. They are open-ended questions where those questions will be asking. What's the first question? Have you seen the question? What's the first question? Tell me a bit about what you are finding tricky with this topic. Where by the person started telling you the tricky thing, telling you some little thing, if you want to eléyìí, o lè mọ simultaneous equation tó bá mọ linear equation, o lè mọ 3 dimension tó bá ti mọ 2 dimension. So number 2, what more confusing or challenging to you about this topic? By the time you attend that one too, from there you started knowing that multi-mobility problem here. Can you explain what you have tried so far to understand this? Make attempt. Some students, do you know? I used to do one method in my class then. Timothy work, mama say a teacher, any state that I get to and you don't understand, let me know. You know some students what they will do when you are. What you don't understand? Sir, everything. What is the problem? Everything. So from there I now understand that anybody that is saying they don't understand anything, meaning that student is not concentrated in the class. So we will use all these questions to diagnose them. Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, this is my initiative. This is mathematics. Mama,
okay. Right. So moving forward, congratulations to all our winners. Yes. So we want to welcome now Mrs. Apotede, the Director of Science and Technology, Ogun State Ministry of. Okay, did I get that? Ogun State Ministry of Education, Ministry of Education, Science and Tech. Please a round of applause for our mommy. You're welcome, ma. Good afternoon, my teachers, our
and everyone here. Let me start from the Honorable Commissioner in Absentia, the Permanent Secretary, the Chairman of STAN who has left, the third prime convener, Mr. Adepo, then Professor Olufemi Ajayi, then the brain behind the Ojizera of Ogun State, Dr. Adenube. You are highly recognized, though the chairman of MAN, the state MAN, and my sister there, I'm highly impressed. I am praised by what I'm seeing here today, and at the same time encouraged. When I was in secondary school, I loved mathematics. In fact, for my YF, I had A1. Wow. But what I'm saying now is in a new dimension. Nelson Mandela said that education is the greatest weapon for any change to happen. And this is a kind of education that we are having now, training. I want to thank God for the life of our dear brother, for this kind of initiative. The Lord is using him to bring into the education sector of their states. When the governor, at the inception of this administration, he declared the education sector state of emergency. And thereafter, he has been trying all his possible best to make sure that he puts everything in order, starting from training of teachers, training of administrators, carrying out different different activities or the other. Part of it is the training of the teachers on the new teaching methodology, PSI, PMI, which was carried out 2022, between 2022 and 2023. So thereafter, he promised that he will empower the teachers with the equipment that will be useful for them to implement the training. So it was as if what the promise was a story to some of our teachers. Anytime they see me, director, when are we connecting our laptop? They will say it jokingly as if it will not come to limelight. But alas, we thank God that the promise come to fulfillment. Teachers that were trained then, as at April 30th, we distributed all the 750 laptops to all the 4 divisions in our state, except for some that failed to fulfill their mandates. But the process is still ongoing to ensure that others will let their own laptop. And aside that, digital equipment also are being distributed to all the 238 schools that participated in that training. So solar power generators have been distributed to those schools, 238 schools. Those that are left to collect the generators, about 32 of them. And the process is ongoing for them to receive their DS3. And as I'm talking, the contractors are on feet presently now to distribute the burglary proof for the smart TV. Some schools, if those of you that are here can bear me witness, that some schools have received their burglary proof for the smart TV. So for you to know that this government need a business. When we need the business, is ready to do what he has promised to do. And what I'm seeing here is just the collaboration to the agenda of our dear governor to transform the education sector. That is why I'm giving it to our dear brother, the convener of this program. So for you, my teachers, to whom much is given, much is expected. the government is doing our own part, and we also have others that are also joining. And our brother in his own little corner is doing this. That is why I said I'm pleased with what I'm seeing today. So the owner now is now lied on you to go back and indicate what you have been taught as the facilitators of this program. So the transformation continues from you. He told us how he started, how the story started. So you too can be an agent of change where you find yourself. The comrade told us how he developed hatred to mathematics. So there are some teachers like that. The same thing, Brother Adieko also said the same thing, how he developed hatred to chemistry. I want to tell you, when I was in secondary school, I loved chemistry, but when I finished with F9 in chemistry. But when I finished, my eyes just opened, and I went back to my teacher. My teacher came from Sri Lanka, Mr. Benumelo. So I went to him and he devoted 2 hours for me per day and he was teaching me. So I wrote that GC right here and I obtained A3. Then when we are still using A1, A2, A3. So, and that was how I started the interest in chemistry. And at the end of the day, I read chemical sciences at university for my first undergraduate, for my master's industrial chemistry. So there is no learner. So if we create time to put them through on what to do and how to go about it. And I believe that with what we are seeing now, the state will be at forefront of everything because we are gateway states. Gateway to every good thing. So, in fact, last month I attended a JCC meeting. It is a joint consultative meeting. Where decisions on education is being made. Other states, wherever we give our reports, they were looking at us overseas. New people, we are trying to know. In fact, last year, some of the other states, Southwest states, we came down to the state to observe what is really happening in our dear state. So I want to encourage you that you keep it up. And once again, I want to thank you for the award given to me. I really respected it. So I appreciate you, my dear Dr. Kayode Adewale. God bless you. More power to your heaven. God bless you.
So what is it? Let's move down. The Muslim, the great Muslim among us will go and let all of us move down. If you can see the pictures of us, they will go and pray, they will come back, they can work
Please sit down.
So join us to welcome the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Professor Abayomi Adelaja Adigabu, that fellow of the Mathematical Association of Nigeria. So without wasting much of our time, we have been, because they have to go to mosque for prayer, and we have just a few minutes to do this. The first thing I want to first of all to do that is to first of all thank him and appreciate him for all his support. Anytime we have any initiative, he's always there to support us without wasting much of our time. So PS man. This is the first thing I'm going to
An exceptional support for the transformation encompassing transformation 517 going to scale and transformation 2050. Your dedication to educational innovation and the advancement of STEM education in the field continue to inspire excellence and transformation in classrooms across. This is today Friday night 2025. And this journey, I just have to do on time by
Thank you, sir. So can we all say thank you, sir? Thank you, sir. Very good, sir. Thank you, sir. So just before you go, before you arrive, I'm so sorry because I know you are going to do that. So we have all these highly dedicated mathematics teachers. We have been together for close to 2 months now. We have been having late night training, and we have come to the end of the training with these new persons. This is the first phase of the training. The second phase will be taking place with all our institutions. In collaboration with the Mathematical Teacher Association of Nigeria. So we have all these 4 who have emerged from each of the divisions, and we want to present them all these one by one. So the followed by Padeke. The third person is that from Remo. And to honor my wonderful friend, she's always with us. Adiola Akisile from Lagos, all the way from Lagos. So maybe you take it from
and also recognize the person of why I let me initiator of this. Very. Wondering that if I don't understand very important for you to be on I actually want to commend you for all your work. I remember most of my doing this, not because I thought doing for me. I was done all sort of things like, and I was publishing what I got like that was my dear one, which I see when I see that I just laugh. So what did I say? I said that I wanted to be really soon. So because you don't go to my elements. So what we do, look at how mathematics is presented, how the students are also on their own trying to get more involved. But the same problem solving is Python. Actually, the Python which they have to solve mathematics. If you encourage students very in terms of mathematics to them, it's not really that you enjoy doing this and mathematical problem. When I learn problem, say and when you have solved your I will say don't show it because I solved my own. What did we end up solving problem so many times? So, oh my God. So, type of people that talking about something like Alice. Going with like and I think that's what that is. Remember a doctor sometimes you have a I think you have to do something. There is one that's why I'm making that's I want to continue and I want to follow started this one. I think that probably that's supporting yourself that and also think of what to do and all of telling you that you should also innovate. Come up with something. Come up with your own variety of there. You know what the very that's what that's the thing that I want to add. Very much awesome. Next, if it is possible to take the picture.